Hello, thank you for having me. My name is Laura. I'm originally from Sydney, Australia. I've previously lived in Nepal 4 years ago. I lived here for 2 years, so I have a close affiliation with the country and its people, I guess. While I was staying here 2 years ago, I had an interest in Buddhism, but of course never found the time to pursue it. Always busy with work and study, and kind of once you get in the process of everyday life, you can never find the time to remove yourself for a week or 10 days, as the case may be. I had two friends actually, who did the course 2 years ago, and they highly recommended it, had a great time and only had good things to say about it. And I think after seeing them after the course, they were a lot calmer and operating with more love and compassion. So I was inspired by them and encouraged by them to attend Kopan.
Hi, I'm Abhisek and I'm from Nepal, and I pretty much grew up around monasteries, and then Buddhism was a big part of our culture here in Nepal. But although I'm 28, and although in the past years I've never been able to grasp the essence of Buddhism, even though it was culturally a part of my life, but I never really got deep into it. And then in the past maybe 2 years I found myself questioning what actually it is. It has to be more than just culture and visiting temples, and because that's what's the case is. That is the case in Nepal. People really claim to be Buddhist, but they really don't really understand the essence of it. So yeah, it was just more of a curiosity. And also, the same cause that Laura stated, we had the mutual friends, and they had good things to say about it. So that was also one of the reasons why I decided to try it out. But it was mainly for the curiosity, to really figure out what it was. Yeah.
Meditation for me, and what I found at Kopan, was a kind of act or practice where you could slow down and calm yourself down and stop, I guess, thinking about everyday afflictions, as they would say. So it's a time to really take stock of yourself and who you are and what you believe in, and also just take a break from the craziness of everyday life. I mean, obviously in Buddhism I learned that you should reflect critically upon the Buddhist teachings, and it's really an important time to cultivate your own understanding. But beyond that, I think it's stress relief. It's a form of an alternative to going for a run. It's sitting quietly with your mind, and trying to cultivate a sense of, for me it's important, a sense of place and belonging for who you are, I think.
For me, like before Kopan, I did try some meditation, but it was mostly a friend of mine recommended sleep meditation for me, because I was having trouble sleeping. So the only meditation experience I had was these guided sleep meditation. So it was just something to calm me down and then fall asleep. Yeah. But after coming to Kopan and really doing it extensively, I've seen other aspects of it and other benefits of it. And basically, in the past week in Kopan, I've realized that it's a very, very healthy thing to just get to know yourself and spend time with your own mind, and then you really figure out what you're about, what you want to do, and also it's not only happy-lucky-go. Of course, I ended up finding some ugly things about myself, like the things that I wasn't happy with, and I was able to reflect on it, and hopefully I can make changes accordingly. So yeah, in Kopan definitely it was about getting to know myself, if that makes sense. Yeah.
I guess the part I missed out in the very first question, and that's perhaps a protective mechanism, is that I guess the past 4 months have been quite difficult prior to coming to Kopan. And I mean, it was that I happened to have found the time to go to Kopan now, but I guess I found the right time, that I was quite stressed in my work and my thinking, and I work in kind of humanitarian human rights work, and always thinking about what you can do and what your role is, and through my last job I got so caught up in that I never really took time to reflect longer and more strategically, and I found Kopan helped me do that. And I guess, I mean, it's a bit anti-Buddhist to say understand more about my career and what I want to do, but just my career in terms of how I want to give and act. I guess also, I mean, there's not, I mean, it's only been a few days post Kopan, so I haven't noticed any dramatic changes, but I certainly think I have more mindfulness and awareness about everyday things. I mean, we joke already that, I'm not attached to that concept of a nice iced coffee, it doesn't matter if it's bad, we'll just move on, which I know sounds ridiculous, but I mean, it's small things that, I mean, we've just been more generally happy. I have no idea how long it will last for, probably because we're also on holiday, which helps. Yeah, I think that's it for me. I mean, I hope I can keep going on with the meditative practice. I don't know, I probably won't pursue the teaching so rigorously, but I'm interested in what I've kind of called everyday Buddhism, or how you can practically apply to what our current situation is without having to remove yourself from your environment to a monastic environment. So I'll pursue this idea in the future.
Yeah, for me it's probably too soon to tell because I've just literally got out of it. But like I said before, I mean, I am able to understand myself much better, and then that also gives me the ability to understand my purpose better. Like I'm a musician, and then all my life, well, since I've been playing music, I've always been dealing with people telling me that, you play music and you spread happiness and you spread joy, which is kind of sort of the essence of Buddhism. Well, no, it's quite a narrow thing to say, but sort of is. And then it's always been in my mind and in the subconscious, but I've never really made a conscious effort of, is that really what I'm trying to do, to spread happiness and spread joy? Like, and yeah, I make music, but I don't really think about it. At least I didn't think about that while I'm making it. I just make it, and then if it ends up making people happy, that's a different thing. So definitely in that sense, it's given me the ability to understand my purpose more, and I know that that's what I should be doing, because that's what I want. I want to spread happiness, compassion, and myself. I want to be a very compassionate person. So yeah, I hope I can keep that going, and then also reflect that in my music and my purpose. So I guess that would be the advantage of it, if I can keep it going. No, I believe I can keep it going. Yeah.
Gosh, it's a bit of a tough question for me. I answered, we had a similar question in the course in Kopan, and I answered that happiness is sharing experiences with other people that make them happy, or at least from my experience, when I see people happy, it's when they're doing something that they really love, pursuing their passion, or being able to utilize their skills in a way that that makes them happy, and that makes me happy when I see people I know and people around me who are giving their all to their passion and life. So I kind of got flipped on its head in Kopan, where happiness needs to come from within and not from something from the outside. I'm struggling to negotiate with that a little, because I think that happiness can and should be shared, but perhaps as I meditate more on it, I will discover that it must come from within, which I also agree with. I mean, I certainly believe if you are a happy and calm and content individual, that you have more to give others, and you have more time and space to want to share. And in Buddhism, there would be to give other people the space for their own happiness as well. I think I skirted the question, but that's kind of a broad answer.
It's very similar to what Laura just said. Yeah, just being able to share happiness is very important to me. At least it has been after doing the course in Kopan. Maybe before it was something I didn't even think about a lot. I mean, now I see the difference between pleasures and happiness. So at least so far, the only difference I see is it's very important that I get to share it. And that's all I can say so far.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.